3-10, multiplying fractions and mixed numbers. Multiplying fractions is really easy. The main rule is you multiply the top times the top and the bottom times the bottom, or the numerator times the numerator, the denominator times the denominator. So let's try a few and then we'll get into it a little more. The first one, 5/8 times 6/7. Well, 5 times 6 is 30. 8 times 7 is 56. Can you reduce that? Yes. They both divide by 2. 15 over 28. Can you reduce that? Well, 15 divides by 5 and 3. 28 doesn't divide by 5 or 3, so that's all the way reduced. Number 2. 1 times 2 is 2. 3 times 5 is 15. That one won't reduce at all. Number 3. 8 times 1 is 8. 9 times 2 is 18. Both of those divide by 2. So that's 4/9. That one reduces. Okay, when you're multiplying fractions, sometimes you can cancel. Canceling is really the same thing as reducing, you just do it ahead of time. So, in my brain, canceling is early reducing. If you've never been taught how to cancel, you don't have to cancel, you could just reduce. But if you know how to cancel, or if you can learn how to cancel, it's very beneficial. What canceling is you take a top number, one of the top numbers, the numerators of the fraction, and you see if it goes into one of the denominators, if you can divide them or reduce them or cancel them, however you've heard it used. So, for example, on this first one, if you notice, 4 and 8 could cancel. Also, 2 and 8 could cancel. So you just say to yourself, well, I'll go ahead and pick one. So 4 and 8, I could cancel those because 4 goes into 4 one time and 4 goes into 8 two times. And then I could even cancel again right here. I could cancel the 2 and the 2 because 2 goes into 2 one time and 2 goes into 2 one time. So now my problem just got a lot simpler because 1 times 1 is 1, of course, and 5 times 1 is 5. So the answer is 1/5. Now, if you had not canceled at all, and you had just said, oh, 4 times 2 is 8, 5 times 8 is 40, then you would have gotten 8/40, which would have reduced to 1/5. So either way, you're going to get 1/5. So canceling is just early reducing. Look at the second example. Does anything cancel? Yes, the 6 and the 12 will cancel because 6 goes one time into 6 and 2 times into 12. 1 times 1 is 1. 11 times 2 is 22. If you didn't choose to cancel, you'd say 6 times 1 is 6. 11 times 12. Whew. 11 times 12 is 132, I think, without multiplying it out. Might have to multiply that and see. Let's see, that's a 2 and that's a 1. And that's a 1, 2, 0. Yeah, 132, that's right. So you would get 6 over 132, and that would reduce to 1 over 22. So canceling is early reducing. Now, sometimes when you're multiplying with fractions, you have mixed numbers or whole numbers. Whenever you're multiplying fractions and you have a mixed number, the first step is to make it improper. So 2 times 4 is 8, plus 1 is 9, so that is 9 over 2. And 3 times 2 is 6, plus 1 is 7, so 7 over 2. Now you just do You can cancel if there was something to cancel. Nothing cancels on this one. But now you follow the main rule of multiplying fractions, which is top times top, bottom times bottom. So 9 times 7 is 63. 2 times 2 is 4. How many times will 4 go into 63? Well, 4 times 15 is 60. So it'll go 4 times, and that leaves 3 leftovers. So 4 3/4. Let's do it again. First step, make it improper. 3 times 6 is 18. 18 plus 2 is 20. Then 4 times 1 is 4, plus 3 is 7. Top times top, bottom times bottom. If you can cancel, you can. Will anything cancel in this one? Yeah, the 4 and the 20. So I'm going to divide that by 2 and divide this by 2. Oh, I could have divided by 4. So I'll divide that by 2 and that by 2 and get 5. 5 times 7 is 35. And 3 times 1 is 3. And 3 goes, let's see, 3 times 10 is 30. 3 times 11 is 33. So 11 would give me 33 and 2 leftovers. 11 2/3. Now look at the last example. What if you have a whole number? Well, to make a whole number a fraction, you just put it over 1. So put your 4 over 1, that made it a fraction, and change your first one to improper. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 1 is 7. So then you have 7/3 times 4 over 1. Nothing cancels. So top times top, bottom times bottom. 7 times 4 is 28. 3 times 1 is 3. Make it a mixed number. 3 will go 8 times, 9 times, 9 times into 28, because 3 times 9 is 27. So 9 times with 1 left over. Okay, time to practice. Work these 3 problems and then turn the video back on so you can see if you got them right. Okay, here we go. First, take a mixed number, make it improper. So 2 times 4 is 8, plus 1 is 9. 1 times 3 is 1, plus 1 is 4. Will anything cancel? Yes. The 2 and the 4 will cancel. Divide them both by 2. The 9 and the 3 will cancel. Divide them both by 3. And you end up with 3 times 6, 3 times 2, which is 6. 1 times 1, which is 1. So the answer is 6. Because 6 over 1 is 6. Number 2. 1/4 times 8/11. Will anything cancel? Yes, the 4 and the 8 will cancel. 4 goes 1 time into 4 and 2 times into 8. 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 11 is 11. When you have a whole number, you put it over 1. So put your 4 over 1. Nothing cancels. 4 times 1 is 4. 1 times 3 is 3. 3 will go 1 time into 4. There's 1 left over. So 1 1/3. Good job. Okay, here's your video homework. Make sure that you remember to change things that need to be changed to improper or put whole numbers over 1. And make sure you do top times top, bottom times bottom. And make sure at the end you make them mixed numbers or you reduce them, whatever is needed. Do a great job. See you tomorrow.